What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video. And today, man, today, we got some news. But before I get into today's video, I have to give a big shout out to my boy, yet again, Ice Nate. You already know, coming in clutch as always. The man's like hunting around for on third down, man. Always coming through with the thumbnail. So please, if you can, give the man a like, a subscribe, a comment, anything on this channel at IC_Nate on YouTube. Show him that Raider Nation love and support. But let's get into today's topic. Now, for those of you guys looking at the title and the thumbnail, you might be like, well, why is there Carson Wentz up there? Why is there a Colts player? Why is there a coach up there? And why is Will Compton up there? Well, we're going to get into all of that, starting with Will Compton. Now, Will Compton is a guy that we re-signed a couple weeks ago. We went back in time a little bit. We picked him up, kind of a blast from the past. You know, we were short at the linebacker position a couple weeks ago, and we went and we signed him. He has yet to play for the Raiders this year, whether it was personal matter or now we yet add our 12th player on the COVID and in the COVID reserve list. This is now our 12th player on the COVID reserve list, Raider Nation. And that right there makes our linebacking room extremely thin. We are down to Divine Diablo, Javin White, who's on the practice squad, and I can't remember off the top of my head who's the other one left. But, man, our linebacking core room is thin. It's very thin. Obviously, Perryman, KJ Wright, Corey Littleton, all those guys out out of practice this week so far because they were placed on the COVID reserve list, right? So with Will Compton going out there, he is another guy that's on there. Patrick Onwuasor is on there. So we are down to a couple linebackers, and of course, Javin White's on the practice squad. So we only have 2 on the active roster, 1 on the practice squad. We are very thin. Like I said, Will Compton, we did sign him, but he has been out, whether it was due to personal matter or this reason now is COVID, man. Sadly, the man got COVID, or maybe if he didn't, maybe he's just a high risk or close contact, but he did get put on the COVID reserve list. Now, like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, this is a fully vaccinated team, so all they need is 1 negative test and they'll be back, right? His situation is a little bit different, because it's on Tuesday. The other guys was on a Monday, so we'll see. But the next thing I want to talk about today, the Raiders are expected to interview for interim head coach Rich Bisaccia or Gus Bradley. And as far as the Bills coach that you saw on the screen was Leslie Frazier, and the guy that kind of has been in the rumors the most, Bucks defensive coordinator Todd Bowles. Now, all these guys, or Bowles, however you want to pronounce his name, all these guys, these aren't all of our options, Raider Nation, okay? This is just options that we have right now. These are just options that we can go out and do today, tomorrow, whenever they feel like it, right? So none of these guys are our final option, right? These are just guys that we are getting close with, getting in contact with to try and see, hear them out, what they think and all this kind of stuff. Me personally, if you have to choose one off this list, you of course go get the defensive coordinator from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Todd Bowles or Bowles, however you'd like to say his name. So none of these guys, like I said, are the final option, but they are options at the end of the day. Obviously, Rich Bisaccia, we know that Mike Mayock, that was his guy, man. We know that Mike Mayock always wanted to get Rich Bisaccia a shot in this league. We know that Mike Mayock was praising this man for other vacant head coaching jobs earlier on in other years. So obviously Rich Bisaccia will be in that conversation. I'm a little bit surprised to see the defensive coordinator Gus Bradley is in that conversation. Just a bit, I do think that he could be a coach somewhere, but just a little bit surprising that he's one of the options right now. I'm not too surprised about the defensive coordinator from the Bills, and definitely not surprised about Todd Bowles from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but this is something to look at, Raider Nation. This definitely is something to look at. some names, right? And just some food for thought, nothing major, nothing crazy. I wouldn't look into this too much, as I do believe the Raiders' vacant head coaching job will be one of the top priorities for all these head coaches that really, or all these coordinators that want to prove themselves in the NFL. I think that this will probably be the best place for them to come and show what they really got in this league, man. But next thing I want to talk about, right? Indianapolis Colts quarterback Carson Wentz tested positive for COVID-19, right? He tested positive. It's not just that he was placed on the list. He was 100%. The man got corona. Now, he is an unvaccinated player, which means usually he would have been in the same boat as Darius Leonard and Quentin Nelson, that they would have to been out 10 days regardless if of a negative test, regardless of no symptoms, right? Now, Carson Wentz, that was the news of the morning, right? But with further news later in the day, I believe it was the CDC or something like that, changed up the rules that for if you do get corona, you instead of 10 days, you only gotta do 5, right? Now, this helps the Colts. It would have helped other teams that we played before, but this helps the Colts a lot, right? You know, Darius Leonard, all-pro linebacker, Quentin Nelson, all-pro lineman, and then you got Carson Wentz. This man right here has really helped out the Indianapolis Colts in this big stretch of games that they've been going forward. Now, do I think that the Colts will get their players back? Do I think that Carson Wentz will be back for the game? I don't. I do not think so. If he tested positive for COVID, that man, I highly doubt that he'll play. But there is that thin possibility. This isn't, I understand that some people were kind of looking at it as a rule that screws the Raiders, but at the same time, every single team in the league is dealing with this, and at the same time, with us being a fully vaccinated team, we already kind of had this side of things where we only really had to be quarantined for 5 days and this kind of stuff. So we were already ahead of the curve, in my opinion. Does it suck? I do believe it does. Do I think that the NFL should have done it after this week? Yes, because I don't think that it's pretty fair saying that there's teams that got to play midweek, you know, Thursday night football. Do I think that it's fair for those teams? No, I don't. I think that if you were going to implement this rule, you should have done it. You should have done it after the week was over, right? That's what I think should have been done for the NFL. But of course, the NFL doesn't care. The NFL doesn't care, man. You know, it's a little bit strange that they decided to do it. It's not really the middle of the week yet, but it's a little strange that they did decide to do it now. Does this help the Colts? It can. Me personally, I'm not too sure that their guys will be back though. So, in my opinion, does this help the Colts? Of course. Does this help the Raiders? Not really. The Raiders are a fully vaccinated team, so they really didn't have to worry about this rule and guideline regardless. All these guys needed to do throughout the season was stay healthy and, you know, hopefully, in our case, if our game does get postponed or something like that, hopefully that means that we can get up to full strength. You know, as much as it would help not playing Carson Wentz against the Colts, I would much rather us go out with our best team. Saying that the game got postponed. I'd much rather us go out with our guys fully healthy and have them go out with their guys fully healthy and really get a shot at that game than a toss-up of they got this player, we don't have this player, and that kind of stuff, man. But the last thing I want to talk about is we lost a legend today, man. We truly did lose a legend today. And John Madden, man. John Madden lost his life today. He did pass away. This is a guy who left his mark in this world. He left his mark with Raider Nation. He left his mark in the NFL, man. So it is pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I did not have the privilege to see this man coach for this team. I never got the privilege to see him go to the Super Bowl, but I mean, he's done it all in this life, man. He's done it all in this life. So it is tough. It is a little sad, but I actually think that this is one that we should be happy for the guy. You know, he left his mark in the NFL. He coached at the highest level. He won at the highest level. He did it for a long time. The man's record in the league was 103 wins to only 32 losses, right? He has his own video game, all that kind of stuff, man. So as much as it is sad that he passed away, I mean, we should also take this time to look back and realize, man, this guy really had an amazing life, and I'm just glad that he was a part of our team at one point in time. And this guy right here, it is a tough one to lose a legend like this, man. And I hope his family's all okay and doing well. And time only heals the pain, man. So it is tough, Raider Nation, but I do want to leave it off on there. We you know, haven't got another angel today, man. So that's always a good way to look at it. But Raider Nation, that'll be it for today's video. I appreciate all the support that you showed on last night's video. And again, I will be getting to all those comments. I'm gonna be looking at all the comments down in the comment section down below right as I get done with this. So Raider Nation, that'll be it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. On the road to 3,000 subscribers, and I'm out. Peace.